The Luci Lux is an amazingly versatile inflatable solar light that I use for everything, and best of all, it's made by a company that prides themselves on sustainability and humanitarianism. I'm Ethan with Pack Travel Hike, and this is the Luci Lux inflatable solar light by MPowerd. My go-to lights for so many situations: lighting up a campsite, hanging it in my tent, as emergency lights when my power goes out, and I use them as mood lighting while I shower, dry off, and put my socks on. I can't rave about these enough. This is not a sponsored video. I've had 4 of these lights for years now that I purchased with my own money. But before I tell you all about them, please consider giving this video a like and subscribing. On this channel, I fuse comedy and information together to give you a fun way of learning about outdoor gear products, tips for packing, and travel tips. With that said, let's do a deep dive into what makes these lights so great, and I'll leave a link in the description below if you're interested in purchasing some. The Luci Lux has a matte finish and uses 10 warm white LEDs to reach a maximum of 65 lumens. The lowest setting outputs a calm light, perfect for relaxing, while the highest setting, especially when using several, is best for illuminating larger areas or if you're looking to light up a room a bit more. Each light has a solar panel that charges a 1000 milliamp hour lithium-ion battery, and the light can last up to 24 hours on a single charge when on the lowest brightness, 12 hours on the middle, and 6 hours on the highest brightness. While in emergency flashing mode, the light can last 9 hours, and when completely drained, the Luci Lux can be recharged in 7 hours of full sun. I rarely drain them completely and usually just find myself topping them off. This is easy to do by placing them in the dashboard while driving, in a window at home, or in an outdoor area that gets sun. I always find they are charged up and ready to go when I need them. I've even stored these lights for months at a time in a dark drawer, and they still held their charge until I was ready to use them again. On the top of the light, you will find the solar panel, a battery level indicator, a power button, and a fixed base strap. Pressing the battery level indicator button will tell you how much charge is remaining, and that indicator has an auto shut off after 2 seconds. Each press of the power button cycles through 4 modes: low, medium, high, and emergency flashing mode. Pressing the button one more time shuts the light off, and the base strap is used for attaching it to a backpack, or more commonly, to the top of your tent using a carabiner.
Carabiner.
Okay. Setting up the Luci Lux is very easy. Just blow into the Phillip valve, seal it, and you're done. One trick I've learned over the years is to use one hand to hold the valve while the other hand pulls the light base away from you. Makes it a lot easier. Or, instead of buying one of these, you could just put a light in this. These lights have a waterproof rating of IP67, meaning you can take them kayaking with you, use them out in the rain, have them floating in the pool, or, one of my favorite things to do, take them in the bath or shower.
Oh my.
The lowest setting casts a super relaxing light, and they are much safer than a candle. If the light falls into the water, no big deal. Worth considering if you have animals or small children around the house. When not inflated, these lights lie quite flat, which is great for storage. I keep one of these in my emergency kit so I know I'll have light if I need to leave my house quickly. Just make sure you top off the charge every so often. While one light is very useful, I like having multiple ones. That way, if I lose power, I can set them up around my house for comfortable hands-free living. Not only that, but you can use them for mood lighting all around the campsite. How beautiful is that? And if you're answering that question out loud right now, I can't hear you. This is a one-way talking thing. When fully inflated, the Luci Lux is 5 inches wide and 4.25 inches tall, and deflating the light collapses it down to just 1 inch tall. Each light weighs only 4.4 ounces and can withstand up to 150 pounds of pressure, and the product page on MPowerd's website lists its operating temperature as 32 degrees Fahrenheit to 113 degrees Fahrenheit, though I've never had a problem with the light not turning on. So if you plan on spending an eternity in hell, these might not be the best choice. While I've listed off a lot of obvious positives to this light, it does come with a couple negatives. First, because it is an inflatable light, there's always the possibility of puncturing a hole in it, and if that happens, you're out of luck. Being a completely solar light that never needs batteries, which is a positive, also comes with the negative that if you don't charge it, there's no way to get it working in an actual emergency. But this Spider-Man inflatable won't help you either. In fact, it's kind of hard to tell if he's here to help you or if he needs your help. The Luci Lux is not the only inflatable light MPowerd makes, but it is by far my favorite. The matte finish produces a soft light that looks really great, and they make a non-matte version called the Luci Outdoor 2.0, but in my opinion, it looks like a light inside of a pool toy, and that's hard to look at. Kind of like this. They make one that has a USB port for charging things called the Luci Base Light and Luci Pro Series, and they also have a series of lights that produce different colors called the Luci Color and the Luci Color Essence. I have some older Luci colored lights which I wasn't a huge fan of because they produce limited colors without the app and also are a bit heavier. I'll leave links down in the description below to all of these lights. These links are usually where you'll find the lowest prices, and at the time of making this video, the Luci Lux are heavily discounted, so check out the link and pick one up. With that said, it's important to talk about the company that makes these. MPowerd is a certified B Corp, which means they are a company that meets the highest standards for social and environmental performance. They are joined in this category by companies like Patagonia and Ben & Jerry's. On their website, they state that they, quote, believe everyone deserves access to clean, reliable, and affordable energy no matter where they live. And that's a good thing. They have a recycling program where you can send your used lights in when you're done with them. And best of all, they have something called the Give Luci program. This program allows customers to send a light for disaster relief and humanitarian aid, and to this day, they have delivered to 90+ countries around the globe through their partners throughout Africa, Asia, Europe, North, Central, and South America. When you buy a light through this program, you give a light directly to their partners, and these non-profit partners who are currently working on the ground make sure they get delivered where they're needed most. So for those of you watching this video who are able to donate a light, I'll leave a link in the description below so you can do so. It's always great to support companies that are doing their part to make the world a better place, so buying a Luci light is a win-win. These lights make great gifts for friends and family members, and I've enjoyed giving them to people as it's the gift that no one thinks of, but they love it when they get it. Like this portable sauna. What's your go-to light? Leave it down in the comments below, and if you found value in this video, please give it a like and consider subscribing. Don't forget to hit that bell icon to get notified whenever I post a new video, and I'll see you in the next one.